Travel with me.
Hey fellow humans, Mina here. Welcome back to another Drive-In Talk. Before we get into today's video, once again, I'm going to do some shameless self-promotion. Just as a reminder that all of my random world video log travel stuff and other driving videos from other countries besides Korea and sometimes Korea are now on my second YouTube channel, Drive with Mina. You can find that in the link in the description below, the card, or wherever. Go give that a like, follow, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff to help the algorithm gods do their thing. And yeah, anywho, getting on to today's video. This video is going to be a rave video. However, I will get into some rants in later videos of this series, because this is a series. It's a 5-book series. I think that's what it's supposed to be 5 books. Anyway, there's only currently 3 books out, and I have some things to say about the 3rd book, but we ain't talking about the 3rd book just yet. We are talking about today about Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, the Imperium series. This is book 1, and before I get into my review, let's give a quick synopsis from Goodreads. 20-year-old Violet Sorengale was supposed to enter the scribe quadrant, living a quiet life among books and history. Now the commanding general, also known as her tough-ass Talon's mother, has ordered Violet to join the hundreds of cadets striving to become the elite of Navarre, dragon riders. But when you're smaller than everyone else and your body is brittle, death is only a heartbeat away. Because dragons don't bond to fragile humans, they incinerate them. With fewer dragons willing to bond than cadets, most would kill Violet to better their own chance of success. The rest would kill her just for being her mother's daughter, like Xaden Rice, and the most powerful and ruthless ringleader in the Riders Quadrant. She'll need every edge her wits can give her just to see the next sunrise. Yet with every day that passes, the war outside grows more deadly. The kingdom's protective wards are failing, and death toll continues to rise. Even worse, Violet begins to suspect leadership is hiding a terrible secret. Friends, enemies, lovers, everyone at Basgiath War College has an agenda, because once you enter, there are only 2 ways to get out: graduate or die. Dun dun dun. Okay, so there might be some spoilers, but just be warned. Again, this is a Rave video, book review, and we'll get into some ranting later, because I know y'all love rants as much as the raves, and I know all of my ACOTAR series that we just recently did were basically all raves, but we got to start with the raves. We'll get to the rant at some point. So yeah, I'm speechless, but I'll find the words anyway. First off, that cover, the interior formatting, and the maps. They're so beautiful, but we all know that part. It's probably made us pick up this book in the first place. That being said, it's been a while since I read a fantasy book that was this engaging and well done. This was read a while after ACOTAR, but I know ACOTAR was last week and it's fantasy, but yeah, anyway. I've read ACOTAR fairly recently, as mentioned. Well, at least after I read this book originally. And while those books were great, they have nothing on Fourth Ring. Okay, lies. We all know I love ACOTAR. But anyway, ACOTAR is basically modern day with fairies. It didn't feel too fantasy-like, with a few exceptions here and there, in my opinion anyway. But again, I'm still going to die on that series, especially the last book. But Fourth Ring, this book nailed it. And it's been even longer since I read a book with dragons that was done right. I'm looking at you, Game of Thrones. We all know how I feel about you. Go check out my Game of Thrones playlist if you want to hear my thoughts. And the world building in this book, exceptional, in my opinion. I know that everyone can feel the same way, because I love that Violet's using her training as a scribe. She had her reciting facts about the world we were in order to calm herself down. That way, we learn about the world in a way that doesn't exactly feel like massive info dump, even though it was. I thought that was an interesting way, at least. And Yarros truly knows what she was doing when she wrote this book. The amount of world building she has to do off-screen to make it work in a novel is astounding. And the character is so fully fleshed out, even if most of them died during this book. She made you love or hate them, no matter how short or long their screen time was. And spoilers, Leon, my poor boy, he didn't have to go that way. I do love a good enemies to lovers trope. It's one of my favorites, and Yaros nailed it. They were literally enemies too. Well, for the most part. I mean, they were literally supposed to be enemies, but yeah. I thought there might be a slight love triangle between Violet, Dane, and Xaden, but Yaros snuffs that out pretty quickly and makes sure you know Dane isn't meant to be her lover. This is great because I'm not a biggest fan of love triangles, but I still read them. And bad boy Xaden? Yeah, I can see why Violet eventually falls for him. And though the pair slowly bonded in over time was beautifully done. I thought. And I also applaud Yaros for not having it be insta-love. I mean, yes, Violet is attracted to him physically almost immediately, but she's not like romantically attracted to him until later. Therefore, not insta-loved. Also, that ending. I'm glad I finished this book right as the second came up because I needed to dive into it immediately. This book slash series is something I can see myself reading over and over again and still gain more insight with each read. Actually, there was so much that I think a second read would be beneficial. And I kind of did that because I listened to the graphic audio version of it, and it was beneficial and it was extra good because, you know, graphic audio. If you're going to listen to an audio book and if there's a graphic audio option, do yourself a favor and listen to the graphic audio because hot damn, it's literally, as their slogan says, a movie in your mind. It just makes the audiobook experience, it's like reading a movie to you. And if you can do it, do it. If you're looking for a great fantasy read with dragons and a badass female MC, I highly recommend picking up this book. The hype is real for a reason, y'all. And again, that is all for this book. Again, Raves. I do believe the hype is real. This was a really done book. The next two books live up to the hype of the first one. We'll get onto those in the coming weeks, but for now, please do yourself a favor, read Fourth Wing, and really, even if you're not into audiobooks, like get a free trial of Audible or something to like listen to the graphic audio version, even with Akatar, by the way. In any book that is available in graphic audio, I highly recommend you do it. It's like a whole other experience. It's way better than just a regular audiobook, which is still great, but anyway, yeah. Anywho, how about you guys, my fellow humans? Have you read this book, and do you think it's as good as the hype makes it seem, or not? And well, we'll talk about the other books in the coming weeks, the next two, because there will be some rants coming, even though I still love them. But yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to hear them. Anywho, that's all I gotta say for now. If you want to keep hearing more about stuff, be sure to follow me on all your favorite socials. Links below. Stay safe and take care. Bye!